A revolutionary. Say whoa. Trap revolutionary. Got the wave it too scary. Doing this thing like Malcolm ain't by any means necessary. We ain't got it by no one seen hand. We got the master plan. Get the movement going on. Right here where we stand, man. We bucking and stumping, fist pumping. Even though they tried to set us up for failure and kill us, we keep on coming. That's why somebody gotta step up and say something about the bullshit. Because if not, the blind gon' keep leaving.
What's going on, y'all? I want to get on here and do a video real quick about topic I was thinking about. Just, something you hear a lot too. People, the debate, I guess, on, being 50-50, I guess 50-50 household. Men, pretty much, I guess saying, other opinion that, women should, help out or maybe have, maybe pay half of everything, right? I'll tell my lady this, I got like an old school. I just got an old school mentality, right? But I honestly think, I would say this though. I honestly think men, a majority of black men here, I'm just saying here in America, we're here in America, right? And probably around, around the world, right? If they had the means to, they would take care of the whole household. You know what I'm saying? It's really out of necessity that women are going to work. But I just know me in my heart, I'm not getting on here just saying it just because, try to say something that's going against the grain of, everybody else because, try to say something that's going to be a viral moment or something like that. But I honestly know, in my heart, what I'm saying, if I had the means, I'm going to sit my woman down and, she don't have to work. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even, want her to work. I'm like, hey man, you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly, in my heart, like I said, I feel that it's a man's duty to go get it, make it happen, and then, let his woman, be able to live an easier life. Because it's on the man, it's our duty, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we're born men, and you have the ability to whatever, to do whatever, right? That's a man's burden, that's a man's responsibility. Like, just think about what I'm saying. Because a woman, I want to say it's a burden to have a child, right? But a woman was blessed with that ability, to have to give birth. That responsibility, that divine, responsibility to give birth. Men, we are blessed. I'm not gonna say it's a burden. I'm gonna rephrase that. We are blessed with a divine responsibility to take care of the household, to go out there, because we are physically stronger than a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. We're physically stronger than a woman, so we can take more. You know what I'm saying? We can deal with more. You know what I'm saying? So it's our divine responsibility to take care of the household and go out and work. You know what I'm saying? And be able to gather resources. You know what I'm saying? Gain resources. You know what I'm saying? And be able to bring them back to the household, take care of the household. And I honestly think, I truly believe that if men had the means, they would take care of the household and allow their woman to have a life of leisure, it's an easier life. Of course, and then woman, and then you could spur her on to like doing business endeavors, things she may think of, ideas. Y'all may even come up, if she's thinking on some things, maybe you can help her do those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, business wise, in entrepreneurship, or you can do some things together. You know what I'm saying? So, I honestly believe that men would, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, with me, I know that that's how I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have the means, I'm gonna sit, my woman down, you know what I'm saying? I don't, matter of fact, don't worry about it, you know what I'm saying? I got it, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna go get it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out, because it's like, I don't know, sometimes I be tripping off of myself sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know why I'm so driven. Like sometimes, like, man, I'm like, You know, like I told the story about me getting burnt up in my food truck, you know what I'm saying? Got burnt up and was still trying to work up in that bad boy, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I probably didn't take off more than like 2-3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? And was right back at it, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I just think that most of us, you know, we have, you know, men, like I said, we have that responsibility, you know, unless we're disabled, you know, something done happened to us, you know what I'm saying, we can't do it, you know what I'm saying, but it's a man's responsibility. And another thing, like I said, responsibility, the reason why I would say this, because with men, we have that ability to work, to do physical, you know, hard labor. You know, we have that ability, you know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Also the ability to work with our mind too, you know what I'm saying? Because one of the things that I've understood is that the highest form of masculinity is manifestation. It's manifesting things, you know what I'm saying? Like you're actually, you know, you coming about with ideas and you're manifesting those things, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I believe in prayer too, though, you know what I'm saying? So I know that, you know, you know, it's kind of like in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Like James, you know, chapter 2, verses through 14, 22, you know what I'm saying? You have to pray, you know what I'm saying? You know, have faith with works, you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, you're thinking these ideas, though, you know, you have to put work behind them to manifest them, you know what I'm saying? But that's our divine, you know, like I said, our divine gift, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, I'm not gonna say it's a burden. It's our divine gift, our responsibility to go out there and make it happen. And also, it's a blessing though. Think about it, what I'm saying. Like it's actually a blessing. We're blessed not only with that divine responsibility and gift, we're blessed with the physical attributes to go out there and get it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and then over here in America too, man, you know what I'm saying? Our women done went through so much to where I'm even of the mindset is like, shit, you should want to try to sit them down. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want you going out there in the corporate, you know, world, or you got to go out here, man, you know what I'm saying? And we know, as black people, for most of us, we're getting mistreated, you know what I'm saying, in certain work environments, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know, I got a home, like I said, I got a home with some pharmacists. I know somebody that was an administrator that I used to talk to or whatever. They was complaining about mistreatment in that space, you know what I'm saying? Being a high level, you know, school administrator, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People in different, you know, fields of, you know, like I said, different workplaces, engineering, you know what I'm saying? You hear complaints about that, you know what I'm saying? People in engineering, you know, working for, you know, different government jobs, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I would just say, you know, I wouldn't even, like I said, we here in this country, you know what I'm saying, from the things we've been through, I think it would behoove us to actually want to sit our women down and not have them work. You know what I'm saying? And but like I said, they can be doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? Not just like, just laying around, not doing nothing. You can help them do their thing, and they coming up with ideas of y'all working together, you know what I'm saying, on some things, you know what I'm saying? Whereas you might be going to work and, you know, working for a living, you know what I'm saying? But eventually y'all can come up with something and have, you know, something to support the household, a certain business or whatever, you know, that can take care of the household. So, you know, and end up doing that together. But you know, I just think, like I said, it would behoove us to actually want to do that and, you know, give our woman a soft life, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that would even help them being able to nurture the home, nurture the family, the children, you know what I'm saying, even better. Take care of us better, you know what I'm saying? I'll take care of themselves better, you know what I'm saying? And the whole family just operate on a higher level, you know, a better level, you know what I'm saying? So that's even a thought I think we should consider, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, it's not me just saying it, like I said, just get on her and like, oh, you know, these 50-50 dudes trash, you know what I'm saying? They thinking it's, you know, garbage, you know what I'm saying? Or why would you even think like that? It's just like, okay, some people have that understanding, they think like that. They was, you know, brought up like that, you know, maybe seeing that happen, you know what I'm saying, in their family or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or some people probably traumatized too, you know what I'm saying, from like getting taken advantage of, like shit, you know, where they was doing everything and trying to pay everything, and then something end up happening. They end up finding out, you know what I'm saying, You know, they wasn't getting, you know, they was trying to take everything, but they wasn't getting you know, they was giving 100%, but they wasn't being given 100%, you know, back. You know what I'm saying? Like the man probably was literally taking care of things, you know what I'm saying? But then they didn't get 100% back, so they just, you know, they stopped doing it, you know what I'm saying? And kind of got, you know, as they say, you know, they got, you know, ran ragged, you know what I'm saying? Just got, you know, where they just feel like, forget it, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even worth it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think that we, you know, as men, like I said, we have the gift, you know, we have that divine responsibility, you know, and the physical, like I said, the physical attributes to just make it happen, you know what I'm saying? And another thing, like I continue to say it, you know, the point I made is that you should be happy as well to be able to do that, to have that gift. We don't see it like that. We see it as a burden. We see it as like, oh man, I got to do this. I got to work. You should see it as a divine gift. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we are physically stronger. We can go out there and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And you know, even like me, she got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Trying to go, like I said, in my truck or whatever, trying to make it happen, but end up bouncing back from it. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. And you know, and start, you know, making things happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thankful that I had that, you know what I'm saying? I can grind, you know what I'm saying? And you know, even now, like I'm working for General Motors. Sometime I leave General Motors, go work in my truck, come back home. Or in the day I gotta go get a, you know, car rental business, gotta go get a car fixed, or, you know what I'm saying, get a car to a customer, get that straightened out, you know what I'm saying? Then some may even break down in my rental house, you know what I'm saying? Had to get that fixed. Like literally that has happened to me in one day. And sometimes I can't say I feel overwhelmed, but at the same time, it's like I end up making it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then even in that sense, you know, I, you know, point to us, like I said, having that divine gift and responsibility, to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just on us to figure it out too. You know what I'm saying? That's as men, and not being afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that relates back to praying. You know what I'm saying? Even I believe God gives us that gift, but as at the same time, God backs us up. You know what I'm saying? And helps us come up with things. Just pray about it, man. And like, man, like I literally prayed, like, cause you know, people that know me, like I was in the streets, like hard. You know what I'm saying? And you know, after I, you know, came home or whatever, I got out, you know, of course I'm not going back to that life or whatever. I, you know, prayed. I'm like, God, like give my hustle back, but in a legal way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need my hustle back, and bless me with it. You know what I'm saying? Tenfold. You know, yeah, I went through some things and lost some money, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I done messed up, you know what I'm saying? Cause I haven't ran business perfect, you know what I'm saying? I can admit to that, you know what I'm saying? And even that's just a part of the process, part of growing and trying to get better, you know what I'm saying, in business, you know what I'm saying? Cause as far as me, I don't know anybody that has ran business perfect coming out the gate and they got it right the first time, you know what I'm saying? But it's amount of effort, it's amount in business. What you have to know, it's an amount of sustained effort, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's not gonna be perfect. You know, people are like, oh, you doing this wrong, you doing that wrong, or whatever. But you don't know it's a lot of people give up, you know what I'm saying, within the first year, the first 2, the first 3, 4, 5 years, you know what I'm saying? But if you can sustain it up and keep going, you know, regardless of the setbacks, you know what I'm saying, the failures and stuff like that, you eventually make it happen, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. And the sustain, which we learn as kids, we probably don't, you know, take heed to it. We kind of maybe thought about it, but not really, you know what I'm saying, in this sense. But that's the turtle, the tortoise and the hare. The story of the turtle going slow, but the steady pace. The rabbit will go all over the place, zigzag, zigzag, zig, while the turtle is going in a straight line, steady, sustained effort. You know what I'm saying? The rabbit fast, yeah, shooting here, there, everywhere. But shit, the rabbit just get stymied because it's just going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Don't have no type of sustained effort. You know what I'm saying? So I think we have to learn that, man, in that sense, and understand that. You know what I'm saying? You know, brothers, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, just think about that. Think about it in that sense. A sustained effort, man, or overcome any, You know, like I said, anything, especially in business, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how, even in working out, sustained effort over time. It's not going to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you trying to get in shape, you trying to get fit, say, man, it's not going to happen overnight. It's a sustained effort over time. I've seen people, even bodybuilders, you know what I'm saying? Where they, they going, they the best, they looking good and everything, but after a time, many people didn't want shows, you know what I'm saying? After a time, though, they end up falling off, you know what I'm saying? Because they, boom, hitting it hard, you know what I'm saying? 100 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, but they end up having to fall back because they can't sustain it, you know what I'm saying? But what we have to, like I said, and I'm talking to men and women, over time, you have to make it a sustained effort to whatever you are doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it to say it because everybody know, like I done went through the gutter, you know what I'm saying? People talking about like they done got out the mud. I got it out below the mud, like beyond that, you know what I'm saying? To make things happen, you know what I'm saying? So I would say that, man, like make a sustained effort over time. And like I said, things you're trying to do, because sometimes we don't have the answer. Even me, you know what I'm saying? I just don't have the answer, but I pray about it, like ask God to like help me, you know what I'm saying? Help me come up with the solution. Help me come up with the answer, you know what I'm saying? And even right now, like I'm just want to mention too, like I've been studying on like stock options. Like I'm trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to live a wealthy life. I want to have resources to be able to give to my family, and you know what I'm saying, resources to do the things I want in life, you know what I'm saying? And with it, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? We seen our parents work jobs and retire, 30, 40 years. But with me, my mindset is retire, you know what I'm saying, early, in my 50s, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to work the 60s or 70s or nothing like that. And when I sit down, I'm gonna sit down, you know what I'm saying? But that's the grind, and that's, like I said, that's sometimes you have to do that. It may be a hard sustained effort over a 5-year period that you don't like grind it. But at the end of that 5 years, you'll be able to sit down, you'll be able to chill, you know what I'm saying? Because you done built something, you know what I'm saying? And that's, like me, I'm trying to do mine in real estate, you know what I'm saying? Investing, you know what I'm saying? I also build up my car rental business and possibly get some more food trucks, you know what I'm saying? Because I do, like I said, I said in the video before, I want to do this, salads and smoothies concept, you know what I'm saying, food trucks and pulling up the gyms and stuff like that around the nation, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I think that we have to do that, and make an effort, you know what I'm saying, and come up, man, say, whatever ideas you have, man, try to bank on them, you know what I'm saying? Just try, that's all we can do, try to make that happen, like for real, and don't like put it out and say, well, that ain't gonna work, you know what I'm saying? Try, man, you know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you do, at least try, you know what I'm saying? Make an effort, you know what I'm saying? Cause and that's very important too, because you don't want, that's one thing in life, and this man or woman, don't go to your grave thinking like, well, what if I would have tried? What if I would have did this? What if I would have, you know what I'm saying? Like try, you know what I'm saying? Something, and cause you never know what might happen, you know what I'm saying? And also, you can say like, man, I really tried. That just didn't work, you know what I'm saying? And instead of like, dang, man, what if I would have, I wish I would have, what if I would have did this, or, I would have tried that, you know what I'm saying? So, that's just something to think about. Cause with me, like I sat here, man, and I lost like 14,000 on, I'm trying to learn stock options. Literally, man, I done paid $1,000 for 2 courses. You know what I'm saying? One was Vector Vets. My homeboy coordinator, he told me about that. Studied that, paid $1,000. Studied that back and forth. Wrote notes. Went back, studied again, wrote more notes. You know what I'm saying? Then Earn Your Leisure took their, they had a, kind of like a multi-class, set up to where I end up studying stock options in their, you know what I'm saying, in their course. And their, like I said, that multi level course, you know what I'm saying, setup they have, study stock options in that, you know what I'm saying, studied that back and forth, wrote notes, you know what I'm saying, even got on my computer, set up the set up on, Thinkorswim app or whatever, set up the indicators, you know what I'm saying, on my Think or Swim, you know what I'm saying, application on my computer, you know what I'm saying. So literally, even now I got it on my phone, you know what I'm saying, because I want to, like I said, learn how to invest, you know, learn how to trade stock options, you know what I'm saying, because it's money to be generated from that, you know what I'm saying, and shoot, you know, I done got in there and made some money and lost big money, you know what I'm saying. But end up, you know, doing a trade the other day that literally like was the format that I needed, and seeing what people been talking about, you know, Chris Sane, Wall Street Trapper, you know what I'm saying, brothers like that, you know, actually talking about how you need to, you know, trade, you know, even on scalping, you know what I'm saying, taking trades with you know, using the scalping technique, you know what I'm saying. I literally did that the other day, and I was really proud of myself. Made $140. You know what I'm saying? Lost 14,000, but with that one technique, it really showed me like what to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just saying that, man. You know, seeing the trade and knowing, like they said, hey man, it's going knowing your price action levels, where the price how it moves. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the pattern of the stock. You know, I'm studying NVIDIA. Literally, I'm watching it go up, watching it go down. You know what I'm saying? Finding out that some of y'all probably know investing, finding out that resistance is at 183. Keep bouncing, keep going to 183 and coming back down, then get to 180. That's support. You know what I'm saying? Where it don't go no lower than that. Maybe it's 179, but it'll bounce back up. You know what I'm saying? Right, matter of fact, I even know the price of the stock is 182 right now. You know what I'm saying? 182 and some change. So knowing that and studying that, you know what I'm saying, and literally like seeing the trade the other morning, literally seeing the trade at like 8:30, 8:45, and I'm like, here is support. It's about to go to 180. It's gonna bounce up. Seeing it literally on the chart, studying the chart. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the pictures in this. I'm gonna put the pictures with this video to show this when I post it. Literally seeing the chart, seeing the actual on the 1 minute chart, seeing the stock touch support at like 180, and I'm like, I'm finna get in right here, it's finna bounce up. This is like 8:30, 8:45. It shot up. You know what I'm saying, to like 183 at like within about 5 minutes. You know, try to get in, but that's so crazy. Like, they ain't even let me in when I was trying to get in the trade. You know what I'm saying? I was mad about that. Like, God damn, like, I ain't gonna even let me in the trade, but I still ended up getting the trade and made some money. It literally going up to 225, but I had to set a trail stop so I can make sure I keep my profit, because it literally went back down. You know what I'm saying? So I set a trail stop to make sure I got my profit. But even in that, that's a lesson. You know what I'm saying? But it's a sustained effort, because like I would have gave up a long time ago. I'm like, man, F this. I done lost 14,000. I'm like, hell no. Yeah, I'm done. But I'm like, nah. I know I can learn this. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm eventually get it. I just got to fine tune it, right? Keep on learning. I'm keeping on pushing. You know what I'm saying? So I can, you know what I'm saying? I can get it, man. Because it's like, I'm like, look, I know this is something that could pay very well. And if I get it, you know what I'm saying, I'm good. And I've came up with my own strategy, you know, my own way to scan stocks and stuff like that. So that's another thing about me too. It's like I would listen to somebody, but I'm the type of person, like, I got to break it down. You know, you can tell me how to do it, but I'm like, I got to touch it for myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't just follow you. I just can't follow you and like, oh, you know, follow me. You know, Chris Sane, you know, saying shout out to him, but he'll tell you about, you know, being in Discord for his plays. But I'm the type of person, I got to come up with my own plays. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a part of me. And like I said, me understanding, hey, I got the ability. You know what I'm saying? I have that divine ability, that divine gift to know and understand and go get it. You know what I'm saying? Go find out and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I said that to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all brothers out there, even sisters, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you trying to, you know, I think we can, you know, like I said, we can help, you know, we can help each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, with us, you know, the brothers out there that, you know, that think like that, they would. I really honestly believe that they would take care of their lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you know, you chill. You know, I'm gonna go get it and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the ability to go make it happen. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Even me, like, I'm in the process of making some things happen, some major things happen. So, And like I said, I'm gonna sit my lady down. Like, you ain't gotta worry about it no more. You know what I'm saying? Just chill out. We gonna come up and we gonna come up with something for you, your business idea that you want to do. We gonna make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I just want to say that, man. Y'all brothers out there, man. Let's just go get it, man. You know what I'm saying? And don't play no games about it. And like I said, even for the brothers that may not have it, man. You know what I'm saying? Pray about it, man. Ask the Creator, to help you, come up with something. You know what I'm saying? Ask the Creator ask Creator to bless you with your, you know what I'm saying, with the entrepreneurial ability, you know what I'm saying, to come up with an idea, you know what I'm saying, that can make some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, pray about it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Asking God for, to help you, you know what I'm saying, come up with with something to help you sustain yourself and, and your family. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's what we got to do, man, and try to understand that, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with, like I said, praying about it and trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure it out and come up with something, like I said, that can help you and help your family, you know what I'm saying? Even working a job, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? Have something, going on, the word, like I said, you can support yourself and, possibly support your family, you know what I'm saying? So, I just think that's very important, for us to do, and just, like I said, man, just try to, I think we can, like I said, we can try to, do better, like, with each other, you know what I'm saying? And, help, being able to help each other, you know what I'm saying? And I think, just think our women would, take care of us, you know what I'm saying? We take care of them, you know what I'm saying? So, I just think that's like I said, I just think that's a blessing, and that we could really, you know what I'm saying, that's something that really, will help us, you know what I'm saying, all of us, I think, you know what I'm saying, women are blessed with certain gifts that we don't have, you know what I'm saying, we may have it in a sense, but not like them, they just more nurturing than us, just what it is. They was blessed with their gift, you know what I'm saying, like I said, we blessed with the gift to go get it, you know what I'm saying, the physical attributes to make it happen, you know what I'm saying, and work hard, long, you know what I'm saying, and grinding, you know what I'm saying, sweating or whatever it may be, lifting heavy, object stuff, heavy objects or whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying, we blessed with that gift, you know what I'm saying, I see it as a gift, I don't see it as a burden, you know what I'm saying, so I'm a like I said, it's a woman's burden or a man's burden, I'm not going to say it's a gift, you know what I'm saying, women were blessed with the, gift to be able to nurture, men were blessed with the gift, to go get it, you know what I'm saying, and make things happen, you know what I'm saying, physically, and manifest, you know what I'm saying. Women do too, women can too, but that is, from what I understand, that's the highest form of masculinity, to be able to manifest your ideas, you know what I'm saying, bring your ideas into fruition, you know what I'm saying, and actually, make, literally make it happen, you know what I'm saying, and also, you're able to help other people too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go get it and you make things happen, you know what I'm saying? You can employ people and all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That you could, helping other families. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I think that really is important too, though, is for us to, like I said, to do those things, to go make things happen. You know what I'm saying? And manifest, because we can help other people. Like, we literally can help other families, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. Then that'll give them an ability to help other people too, you know what I'm saying. So, like I said, I just think that's very important, man. You know what I'm saying, and we gotta, just be, be aware of that, man, and try, like I said, try our best to make those things happen, you know what I'm saying. And even if you're not doing nothing right now, man, don't even feel bad, you know what I'm saying. Just pray about it, like I said, ask God to help you, come up with something. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know I did. I done prayed so many times. I be praying like, man, I be driving. I'm praying everywhere. I'm praying. Probably when I'm even working out, I'm praying. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to stay, connected to God. You know what I'm saying? And also, just my, like I said, my, my thoughts and ideas. Just make, just always making effort to do that. You know what I'm saying? Pray about that, you know what I'm saying, that those things will be blessed, and I can, keep those things going, you know what I'm saying. So, But I know that it's just something, like I said, something to think about, something to consider. Uh, and for the brothers out there, like I said, for y'all, man, it ain't may not be doing well, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, man. Just stay prayed up, you know what I'm saying. And it'll happen for you, you know what I'm saying. It'll happen for you. Me and my sisters out there too, may not be doing all too great, but hey, man, just pray about it, and it happen for, it happen for you, you know what I'm saying. Pray about it, and you know what I'm saying, and move forward, what you're trying to do, and it'll happen for you, you know what I'm saying. That's what I just think that we had to be aware of, you know what I'm saying, and always be thankful, for what we do have too, you know what I'm saying. And even me though, I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes I be like, man, I need more, you know what I'm saying. But I had to understand, like, I've accomplished some things, but I'm not satisfied though, you know what I'm saying. I think I just stay hungry for more, you know what I'm saying. And I'm trying to get, that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm just trying to get to, to where I'm having better, you know what I'm saying. I can have wealth and resources, you know what I'm saying. That's for not just for me though, for be able to, take care of my family, and also create generational wealth, because I honestly believe that it's maybe one of us that may come through in our family, you know what I'm saying, in generation, in that generation, in that family, and be that spark, man, and really, do it for our family and make things happen to where they don't have to worry, you know what I'm saying. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You may be that spark. You may be that one person. Think about that, like for real. You may be that one person in your family that got the ability to go get it. God bless you with that, you know what I'm saying. And don't feel like, like, dang, man, I got, this, I got this responsibility, that responsibility. I wish, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have so much, and had to take care of so many people. But God probably bless you with that ability, you know what I'm saying. And nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying. I would say go make it happen, and accumulate them resources, and get it to where you set your family up, and you set yourself up and your family up to where, they don't have to worry about nothing, ever again. You know what I'm saying? So I think, if you had ability, man, like, go make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry about, don't worry about no naysayers. You know what I'm saying? You literally just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because God bless you with that gift. You know what I'm saying? God bless you with that gift to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, even in, you are the ability to network with people, connect with people, and, you know what I'm saying, get resources. You know what I'm saying? So, there's nothing wrong with that either. You know what I'm saying? Being able to connect with people and, pull some things together. You know what I'm saying? Because, I just think that in life, we all, we're all interconnected anyway. You know what I'm saying? We all got to get things done. It's like through each other. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? We all got to, help, use each other and, to help each other, you know what I'm saying, do things, you know what I'm saying. So, I said, think about that, in that regard. Like I said, men, I think that, like most men, like I said, if they had the chance, they had the ability, they'll sit their woman down. They wouldn't be like, oh, you got to pay bills. And even though I got it, I could take her to our whole household with no problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, I honestly think, man, for real, that men would sit their woman down with no questions. Be like, okay, I got it, man. Don't sweat nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just the fact that, especially in America, things are so expensive to where, you know what I'm saying, both people have to work to pay bills. You see what I'm saying? So, but if you can, I can say this, you come together under one household, if you can, if you can use one income to take care of the household, maybe pay all the bills, while the other person, if they do work, they can use their income to invest. I would say that would probably be good. You know what I'm saying? That would probably be a good strategy, to where you can accumulate some wealth, and then both of y'all can retire a little earlier, because y'all can accumulate some wealth to live off of. You know what I'm saying? It may take you 10, 20 years to do it, but at least you got something to where, like, you know what? Instead of retiring at 70 or 65, 70, we're going to retire at 55, 60. See what I'm saying? So, that's just something to think about too. I just think that that it may get to where, like, you can just, strategize with it. You know what I'm saying? Strategize about it, you know what I'm saying? And actually, retire. But look, like I said, me, man, I'm 50, about 55, man. I'm trying to chill. Actually, about 50. If I can, about 2 more years, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking to do. While I'm retired, sit my lady down. You got to, worry about nothing. But, but at the same time, like, you got to understand, like, I'm grinding. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? I can't say most men that are grinding and working towards something, they're going to be busy. You know what I'm saying? I think, our women have to understand that too. You know what I'm saying? If you do want a successful man, a man that's moving, he gonna be busy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't, it ain't just out, you're out here having fun and, you just kicking it every day. Like you gonna be busy. You gonna have a busy life. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? And you actually moving. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that does have to be understood though. That does have to be understood. And but y'all can work together though. Sometimes shoot, y'all might be going out. He might be busy. You rock. You rolling. With him or he coming up with ideas. Or, helping him with ideas or whatever. At the same time, you know what I'm saying. Probably it could be something like that. You know what I'm saying. Like you understand. Like we going out at the same time. He might be working. You know what I'm saying. Hey, that's just where it got to go. You might have to improvise sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Word, yeah, cool. You gonna do something at the same time? I gotta, take care of this or whatever that while we out. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just something to think about. In that regard, you know what I'm saying? I just think about that we would. I think brothers would, without a shadow of doubt in my mind, because I just don't know. I don't know no man that don't want to take care of a woman. You know what I'm saying? If he got the ability to, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And don't mind doing things, you know what I'm saying? Nice things for a woman, if he had the ability to. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, hear this, hear that. Matter of fact, boom, shit. You hear your beans around this motherfucker. Hear your, a new Maybach or something. Hear your new Range Rover or something, you know what I'm saying? Just because, But this just a society. It's just expensive, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Y'all give me some feedback. Some men probably think I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I just don't know any man that wouldn't do that if he had the ability. And it's not, how can I say? It's not being overly dramatic or being a man that is, you just a pushover or anything like that, or you just, being used or anything like that. I just honestly think that, most men would if they had it. You know what I'm saying? If you, ask the man, why he, doesn't or why he doesn't, do this or that, you know what I'm saying? Like probably because the income, short, you know what I'm saying? But I know most men, if they had it, boom, you got it. You know what I'm saying? No problem. You know what I'm saying? I know that. Well, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? If I got it, it ain't no problem. I'm just in the process of building right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying, like I said, my real estate is my thing, and I'm trying to use real estate to retire. Where I can retire. That's gonna retire me. You know what I'm saying? But investing too. You know what I'm saying? So, all the money I got, I literally put it up, put it in investments. You know what I'm saying? Money I got, from real estate, house I sold, put it up. You know what I'm saying? Put in my safe. But with that money, I'm trying to do another real estate deal too. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just something to think about, and brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, think about, y'all may not have the ideas, think about real estate. You know what I'm saying? Think about learning and investing. Even with me, like I said, I did a food truck and car rental business. You know what I'm saying? But there's other stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? It's always something. Affiliate marketing, even real estate, wholesaling. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's so many things that, you can do. Where you wholesaling houses or wholesaling land. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing real estate, you burn. Like my thing is the burst strategy. You know what I'm saying? You buy, you know what I'm saying? You rehab it. You rent. You refinance the house and then you repeat the process. Straight burr. You know what I'm saying? 4 R's behind the B. You buy, rehab, rent out, refinance, then repeat the process. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. I'm straight up, doing the burr method. You know what I'm saying? But there's people out here developing, building houses. You know what I'm saying? Literally building communities. You know what I'm saying? I eventually get to that. you know. But right now, what I want to do is I want to birth. That's me. That's what I'm comfortable with, and that's what I'm going with. You know what I'm saying? You know, but eventually too, I would like to build in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, when I get to the level I want to be in real estate, build some developments, build some developments here, but eventually start building in Africa. I want to build like, I don't know, maybe a hotel or some community. You know, of course, I'm gonna have a house. You know, I want to eventually have a house in Jamaica, Africa, maybe somewhere like I don't know, Nigeria, Ghana, something like that, or Ethiopia. Probably Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that, of course, I definitely want to do. You know what I'm saying? And travel. You know, get a chance to travel more as well. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just, you know, like I said, you know, just be thinking on that. Like I really honestly think that men out there, if they had the means, they would take care of their lady without no problem. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the whole family, no problem. Hey man, they got it, you got it, you straight. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna get up out here. I just want to talk about that because that was on my mind, and I think that you know, I honestly think that you know, brothers out there that would take care of, you know, like I said, take care of their whole household. Take care of their lady, take care of the household, you know, if they had the ability to do it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't say this too, you know, since y'all sisters out there, you know, don't be down on men that, you know, that may not have it right now, you know what I'm saying? As long as that man working towards something, man, say, respect him, man, and you know, allow that man to be a man, you know what I'm saying? If he not playing no games out here and he really trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? And support that man, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what he could do. Just having your support, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's a part of being nurturing too. You know, like I said, y'all's gift. You know what I'm saying? You can nurture that man to where he becomes a millionaire or a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Because he has your love and support. He going out there to go get it. And that help us even better, even more. You know what I'm saying? We want to go get it. We want to take care of you. Because you like, man, hell no, I'm sit her down. I want her to live a soft life. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just, you know, like support us. Like for real, man. Support us. We on the mission, you know what I'm saying, trying to make things happen out here, you know what I'm saying, instead of talking down to us, you know what I'm saying, because you don't know what we facing, you know what I'm saying, in everyday life, you know what I'm saying, as a black man, like seriously, you know what I'm saying, you know, and just the love and support, to have that love and support from y'all, man, that just takes us even further, makes us want to go get it even more. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, think about that as well. You know what I'm saying? Support your man and, you know what I'm saying, what he trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You see him, especially he doing good work, he really trying, like support him. You know what I'm saying? Because he, for real, you know, end up making it happen, you know what I'm saying, and taking care of you, you know, and your whole family, you know, so taking care of the family, you know, y'all family, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, or possibly your family too, you know what I'm saying? You get it like that, you know what I'm saying? So, I just want to say that. But I'm gonna get up out here. You know, I hope y'all out there, I hope y'all doing well, you know what I'm saying? Y'all living life, you know what I'm saying, full of love, happiness. And, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just, you know, you're doing great, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, till next time, get up out here. Love y'all. All right, y'all.
Fuck it, go ahead and blow off the dough. Step through the maze, man, and became amazing. About to rewrite history and change a page in a crooked book that never told us the true story. Like how we were kings and queens before the slave story, before the killing, stealing, and drug dealing on some real shit. We ran the world.